Alright, I'm just gonna make a very quick video for this project I worked on, especially trying to make it quick because I never stayed on till the end of it, so I never saw the completion of it. And as of now, I don't think this project is currently up and running, which is why it doesn't seem like the back end is active, and so I'm not able to get any backend responses. So I'm just basically showing the UI locally. Um, I'm going to be for this entire video. So just a little general background. I think it was I want to say like a month before I started working for T-Mobile. At that time, I was working for iVoyant, and I was contracted through iVoyant to being contracted to AT&T Cricket in Lenox Park, and I kind of heard through. I was also I'm also a Johns Hopkins student, and they have a portal called Handshake, and through that portal, I kind of heard about a call for code uh, competition that was being held by IBM, and the subject for the that particular competition was related to COVID-19, and it was available basically for any student. I think it was the requirement was you had to be a student. I'm not sure, but to participate in. So I decided to get involved, just for a variety of reasons, but I don't have to uh, describe that in detail. But I um, got into the Slack channel and contacted some or talked to some people, and eventually ended up in a group and a team. I think especially because everything was completely remote. It was really hard to get things going in the beginning. We actually it kept going back and forth. At first, we had too many people, and then people dropped out and didn't respond that much. So at one point, we actually only had two people, me and kind of the leader or the creator of the team, who wasn't actually a developer. He was more so just like a project manager. So really, it was just me coding the entire time. And then we kind of got some more people, and then we lost people. And long story short, I think probably half of the application that's I'm about to show you was written completely by me through the first half of the time period I was working with that team. And then at the halfway time period point, we recruited another developer from South America, whose name was Diego, and he actually probably ended up he might have done more than me by the end of the project, partially because I had a lot of other commitments going on as well. Although I think he also had school going on, but I'm not exactly sure, but we both did a lot basically. And he not only helped out on the front end time to time, but he also completely did the back end on his own. So I was if I had a role, I was just the front end developer, and he also took care of deployment. Although I'm not sure. While I was there, I don't think we deployed the front end. He only deployed the back end, and that was done through Heroku. But I think by now that they took down the Heroku deployment. Um, so I was very passionate or very into this project, but after like a few months, I just had too many other things I need to focus. I was going through onboarding with T-Mobile, um, and I was also trying to take care of some family matters and some at-home stuff. So it was a struggle in terms of time and commitment, and I realized I couldn't really commit or stay on with this commitment. Uh, so I kind of just like resigned from my post. Um, and from there, I think Diego and the team leader, whose name was Clay, I think they might have worked on it some more, but I didn't check for any updated version. This right now is just the application that was completed um, at the point that I dropped off. So since there's no backend, there's no login or anything. This is the landing page. It's a get started button. Um, all of this. So Glay not only multitasked as the project manager, but he also filled in as the UI UX designer because we tried to get a couple and they kind of like signed on and then dropped off right away a few times. So Glay ended up doing the mock-ups and he had very limited experience. So we just kind of did the best we could. But this was basically just following the mock-ups as they were given to me by Glay as best as I could. We use Semantic UI React as a CSS framework on the front end. Actually, it started out without the framework because I was working on it by myself. And in general, when I work on front end, I hate using CSS frameworks. But when Diego signed on, he made me realize that it would be very helpful, especially in terms of responsiveness. If this was like an app that, you know, I think especially Glay had intentions of using long term. So I kind of switched everything over, or as much as I could, from what I had before to Semantic UI React, and um, this is kind of the result. Um, so not going to go through this stuff too much. I'm just going to go right into the homepage since I can't log in. I'm just going to go in manually. This is the profile. Fields are empty because there's no backend, and you can toggle these. Although again, there's no backend, so it doesn't really do anything right now. This is the news page. Again, I was trying to follow mockups as close as accurately as I could. Um, they all lead to articles that pop up on a new tab. Um, this is a journal. I think actually almost most of the journal, I should say, was written by Diego, and I think he actually finished it right after I left. But like at the time of when I grabbed the last updated code before I left, it wasn't complete. So if you go to here, this is the part that was under construction at the exact time I left. I think Diego finished it later. This is de-stress. These all lead to separate categories with specific videos related to COVID, mental therapy, um, alleviation techniques, mental trauma alleviation techniques, I guess. Yeah, these are all videos that I received from.
This.
I shouldn't really play them all. That I received from Glay. He did most of the research there. We actually spent a lot of time in research too. So basically, the project parameters, the competition parameters, was anything related to helping out people in COVID, and our team, led by Glay, who chose the topic, decided to tackle mental health issues. And every single person who joined, even the people who joined and dropped off, like either immediately or a little bit later, they all joined because they had specific interest in that topic. I have my own personal, connection to it, and I think Diego especially joined because in his area of Bolivia in South America, there was a lot of mental health problems going on with COVID because of extreme quarantine and people being confined, like to the extreme. And he was very passionate. He was probably honestly more passionate than anybody about this, even though he signed on late. Glay was obviously very into this as well, but he the main thing about Glay is that he did all the extra research in terms of he actually went to hospitals in person to survey doctors and nurses. I myself have a bit of medicine in my family. My parents were either are or were or used to be doctors, medical doctors. So I got some surveys done through my father specifically, and the employees at his office. But this is not that. Um, it doesn't really relate to this video. But just giving some background about the whole topic, why we chose it, and what we tried to build this application around. It was everything we did was centered upon our motivation to be able to calm people's anxiety due to COVID. So actually, this wasn't my doing. This was more Diego, I think. But even the color schemes are related to, um, encouraging more calm or more of a calm uh, feeling. I think somebody, either Glay or Diego, researched which colors, and they came up with this light blue, and the overall color scheme. When people look at it, induces more calm and stuff. So, and even like little things like on the landing page, we originally had a little more animation going on with these, like when you toggle back and forth, and I think we discussed it and we decided that like too much animation could actually trigger more stress and more anxiety. So it even extended to things like that. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have. I think I hope I didn't go off on too much of a tangent away from the actual coding aspect, but that's kind of how I wanted to describe this app. This is the best way I thought it would be. It would go well. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions again, and thanks for watching. Bye.